Hey guys, let's do this problem together. It says Mr. Combe gave away 12 bags of chocolate candy on Halloween. This represents 75% of the total candy that she bought. How many total bags of candy did she buy? All right, so this is a percent proportion. And I know it's a percent proportion because it either gives me the percent or it asks for the percent. In this case, it gives me the percent. But it's still going to be a proportion, meaning that we have two ratios equivalent to each other. All right, the percent out of 100, it's a comparison of part to whole, but it is a ratio. And our original ratio will just be kind of like a fraction, a part to whole relationship, or a ratio. These are equivalent to each other, and we're going to solve it the same way that we always have been solving proportions. All right, so in the problem, and this is already set up for you, right? We have part over whole. And in the problem, I notice it says 75%. So 75% is the part out of 100%. And so that's why 75% needs to go at the top. And just for the sake of it being easy, we go ahead and we put 100 all the way to the right in the new ratio column, always. And our percent will be out of 100, so it's stacked on top of that. All right, I also noticed in the problem that it says that she gave away 12 bags of candy, but that doesn't represent how many total bags of candy that she bought. So that's what we need to figure out. 12 bags is the part. We need to figure out how many total bags that she bought. So now that we understand how percent proportions are set up, we can go ahead and we can solve it. So one way we can solve a percent proportion, just like regular proportions, is to cross multiply and divide. We can multiply these numbers that are diagonal to each other and divide by the number that's left over. So we'll go ahead and multiply 100 times 12, and we'll divide that answer by 75. So 100 times 12 is going to be 1200. And I can do that easy enough with mental math. Then I need to take that answer and long divide it by 75. I'll do that in a different color. So 1200 divided by 75%. Okay, so 75 does not go into 12, but it does go into 120, so I can start there. It only goes one time. Then I would need to subtract 120 minus 75. That's going to be 45 after I do some regrouping. Then 75 doesn't go into 45, so I need to bring down this 0. And then 75 goes into 450 6 times with no remainder. And now I have my answer. So the total amount of candies, or total amount of bags of candy that she bought was 16 bags. Just remember that when you're setting up your percent proportion, that your words are always going to be part and whole, and then your